Good morning, dear students. In part 34, we were talking about what are the points or what are the principles and rules that you have to remember before writing the electronic configuration of an element. Okay? So, we covered first Aufbau principle, then we covered Pauli principle or Pauli exclusion principle, and then Hund's multiplicity rule, and then that is exchange energy. So we stopped at exchange energy of d orbitals, d5 half filled with the same spin of electron. They can change their position. So in case of d orbitals, 10 exchanges are possible. Okay? So the number of exchanges in case of d5. And if you want one more example, okay, in F7, if you are having F orbital with 7 electrons, then it will be the configuration, or you can write it below, okay, you can write it below, in F7 suborbit, in F7 suborbit. Okay, so if you write this F7, 7F will have 7 suborbitals or degenerate orbitals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, almost all will have the same size because they are degenerate. And suppose F7, so we have to have 1 electron each according to Hund's multiplicity rule. In F orbital, pairing will start from the 8th electron up to 7. They are free and they are single. Okay? So, according to the principle of exchange of energy, what happens? For the first, we are having okay. For the first, this can exchange how many positions? It can exchange, check. It can exchange here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can exchange 6 positions. And this can exchange 5 positions. This can exchange 5 positions. And this can exchange 4 positions, and this can exchange 3 positions. This can exchange 3 positions, and this can exchange 2 positions, and this can exchange only 1 position. Okay? What do you mean by exchange? This can move here, 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 here. So 7 means 1 less. Okay? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So hence, total number of exchanges, total number of exchanges possible. Total number of exchanges possible will be equal to, first electron can have 6 exchange. So 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So this will be equal to 6 plus 5, 11, 15, 18, 20, 21. That means more than double, okay, compared to d orbital position. In case of d5, you can have only 10 exchange positions, okay, but in this case, the number of exchanges possible are 21. Hence, atoms with F7 orbitals will have more stable because they have more exchange energy. Okay? More exchanges, more exchange energy, more exchange energy, more stable. And of course, s orbital cannot have any exchange because they don't have any degenerate orbitals, and hence only one more is left, that is P. In case of P3, P6 total capacity, in case of P3, okay? So only positions will be 3 electrons, Px, Py, Pz. So this first electron can have how many exchange? Only 2. It can have 2, it can have 1. So the exchanges, okay, exchanges possible will be 2 plus 1, that is equal to only 3. So exchange energy is very less. In case of p orbital, it is very less. In case of d, 10 exchange positions, energy will be more. But in case of f, you can have maximum, okay, that is compared to 3, you get the maximum energy. So this is coming here, this is coming here, this is coming here, okay. So this is what you mean by the F orbitals with a half filled with the same spin, the degenerate orbitals having same spin of electrons. They can exchange their position from one position to another available position, and hence we can have, when they are going to exchange from one position to another position, they are going to release energy. This energy released during exchange of electron from their, okay, degenerate orbital to another degenerate orbital is called exchange energy. And maximum the exchange energy, maximum will be the stability. And hence this also you have to think and consider before remembering the electronic configuration. The last one, this was fourth one we talked, then the last one today, that is essential for electronic configuration. So this is your fifth one. We get extra stability due to exchange energy also, and we also get extra stability, okay. This is fifth point. So extra stability of atoms due to completely or half filled suborbits, okay, or orbitals. If in an atom they are completely half filled or totally completely filled, then the distribution of electrons will be symmetric. And due to symmetric distribution of electrons, they get extra stability, okay, compared to other than these two. So we get this, okay. So extra stability of atoms due to completely or half filled suborbits, okay. Atoms with completely, okay, completely filled or half filled. Or first you can take atoms with half filled first, because only after half we go for complete. Atoms with half filled or completely filled, suborbits, completely filled suborbits. What they have? Suborbits, okay, have symmetrical distribution, of electrons. Symmetrical distribution okay, of electrons. Symmetrical distribution of electrons, okay. Symmetrical distribution of electrons. Due to this symmetrical distribution, due to this, atoms get extra stability. Atoms get extra stability. The one reason already you know, due to half field, because of exchange energy. So exchange energy is released, that will make the atoms stable, and when they are completely filled, they are going to achieve inner gas structure or rare gas structure, or they are going to get the noble state, that is noble elements or noble gases. And hence, due to the symmetrical distribution of electrons, when they are half filled or when they are completely filled, atoms will get extra stability. So due to this, in electronic configuration, we get some exceptions, okay? Some exceptions, that is very important point, okay? So, due to this, okay, this leads to, okay, exceptional. This leads to exceptional electronic configuration. This leads to exceptional electronic configuration. Exceptional electronic configurations, okay? This leads to exceptional electronic aparupada. Athwa normal kids are different. This leads to exceptional electronic configuration in some elements. Okay? Like, for your syllabus you are having chromium, copper, this you are going to study, chromium, copper. Others, if you want example, molybdenum, silver, okay, gold, platinum, etc. Okay. So the exceptional electronic configuration of some elements which is not normal, which is something different, because when they reach half filled condition or completely filled condition, okay, they are going to change their configuration, and that is what we call exceptional electronic configuration in some elements like chromium, copper, MO, Ag, etc. Okay? When, etc., near half filling, or near complete filling, okay, near complete filling of their orbits, of their suborbits, okay. When they are going to have near filling or near complete filling, what do you mean by near? One electron less, okay. Near half filling, near, okay, complete filling. That means one electron less is called near. Example, in case of D, half is D5. If the electron is D4, it will try to achieve the structure of D5. Okay, by some arrangement, That is what we call exceptional electronic configuration. Actually, only 4 electrons are there in d orbital. d4 is the correct electronic configuration according to rules and regulations, but there will be no d4, it will be converted into d5 by some arrangement that we call exceptional. Similarly, near complete filling means you can have example d9, d10 is completely filled, so d9, when electron will get d9 configuration, it will try to achieve d10 configuration by some arrangement. Hence remember, near means, example for you, if you want, d4 is near half filling, and if you want another example, d4 and then f6, because f7 will be the half filling, so near means f6, d4 f6. These are examples for near. And for complete means you can have d9 and f13. So d4 or df6, d9 or f13. So this is what you mean by near complete filling or near half filling. And of course this we are going to explain in case of electronic configuration that comes under exceptional configuration, electronic configuration. One just example I will give you. If we take for example chromium, its atomic number Z is equal to 24, then the actual electronic configuration will be 1s2, this I will explain afterwards, 2s2, 3s2, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 according to the Aufbau principle, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, count the head, so 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 2, 12, 12 plus 6, 18. Then you know very well 4s will come first and then will come 3d. Then will come 3d. Then what you are going to do? How many electrons are left? 18 electrons already we filled. These are completely filled. And 6 electrons we have to distribute. So 2 electrons will be in s orbital and d4 will be there. But when it comes to d4, this will try to have d5 configuration by getting 1 electron from s. It will take a load and this will become d5. Actually it should be 4. So the actual electronic configuration that we are going to write, so this is called exceptional configuration. It should be 4s2 d4 actually, so it should be 4s2 3d4, but we are going to get the configuration 4s1 and 3d5 because 3d5 gets extra stability for chromium. This is what we call exceptional configuration. So 3d4 you will never get. So next element what it comes, manganese, this electron is taken back. It becomes once again 4s2 d5. So there will be 2 d5, but one d5 will be s1 and another d5 will be as usual s2. So this is what we call exceptional configuration. And if you want one more example, if you want, for example, this is first example, and if you want second example, you take copper. You take copper, atomic number is 29. Atomic number is 29. Same configuration continues up to 18, no problem. Up to 18, no problem. Same configuration continues. 1s2, 2s2. So 18 electrons. Now still how many electrons we have to fill? 11 electrons we have to fill. 11 means normal system is, first is 4s2 completely filled. 5 you know very well. Energy of this orbital is low. Energy of this orbital is more. Why? According to n plus L rule, n is equal to 4, s is equal to 0, 4 plus 0 value is 4. But here 3 plus 2, d is equal to 2, 3 plus 2 is 5, and hence only after this orbital is filled. So it should be earlier 4s2. If it is 4s2, here it becomes 3d9. So 3d9, it comes under exceptional configuration, same principle, same thing. One electron is taken by d orbitals, they are almost same energy, and this will become d10. So this will get extra stability. So copper is more stable due to this. So this configuration is called exceptional configuration. That means up to this much you can write argon 18. Argon, this is the same thing you can write in another way also. So, or you can write argon 18 electrons, okay, and 4s1 3d10. So this is also another way of writing the configuration. Okay, this we have to discuss because we have to do this. So hence, dear students, remember, stability of atoms will be more when they are completely half filled or when they are completely full filled. The best example for you will be your nitrogen. The best example for nitrogen, Z is equal to 7. It will have electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2 and 2p3. 2p3. So it is p orbitals are completely half filled. And hence nitrogen is available in the atmosphere 78%. In air, we get 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, okay, plus the remaining things. But 78% of nitrogen is not active, it cannot burn, it cannot be used by us, because nitrogen, if we want, we have to go through nitrogen cycle. And hence the name is given to nitrogen as azote, Jada, azote. And hence we are going to future azonium compounds, nitrogen compounds. Azote is the name given to nitrogen because of half-filled configuration, okay, of 2p orbitals, okay. Nitrogen is very lazy chemically or very stable in comparison to oxygen, okay. So this is about your story of half-filled. So when you are going to write the electronic configuration, dear students, you should remember in your mind all the 5, okay, rules, principles, or whatever that you call. So first you should remember upper principle. Electrons will be going to be filled from lower energy orbital to higher energy. Energy of orbital is decided by n plus L rule. And then you have to remember Pauli's principle. That means if at all you are going to write a box type configuration, in one orbital you cannot have both electrons in the same direction. One should be in upward direction, one should be in downward direction, because there is a rule of Pauli, spin up and spin down. And Hund's multiplicity rule says you cannot pair any orbital, or you cannot pair the electrons in an orbital when a orbital is vacant. So first the orbitals, degenerate orbitals must be filled singly occupied. Okay, they should have, if they have degenerate orbitals, every degenerate orbitals must be occupied by single electron first, then only you have to think of pairing. And hence in case of p orbital, the fourth electron coming to p orbital is going to pair. In case of d, half is 5, they go singly, and sixth electron will pair. In case of f orbitals, 7 electrons go singly and 8th electron will pair. This you have to remember in your mind in addition to this. So that is exchange energy you have to remember. So why the orbitals with a completely half filled, they are stable because due to the symmetrical distribution of electrons. Whenever they have half filled orbital structure or completely fulfilled, there will be symmetrical distribution of electrons will be there. Hence, due to this, atoms get extra stability. Okay, and then you have to remember some exceptional electronic configuration because of this, because of extra stability. If atoms or elements come near half filling or near full filling, okay, what they will do? They will take one electron from the earlier orbital and they will adjust so that the configuration is called exceptional configuration, not as usual. And hence, as far as your syllabus is concerned, you get in case of 3D4 is not allowed and 3D9 is not allowed. Okay? And hence you remember here only what is the note or what is the important point you have to remember. The note or point, whatever it you want. Okay? During electronic configuration, okay, 3D4 and 3D9. So this is near half filling, this is near full filling. Okay, 3D4 and 3D9, okay, are not allowed. Okay, in electronic configuration. Are not allowed in electronic configuration. So you cannot write D4 and you cannot write D9 in case of 3D4 and 3D9. So electronic configuration. And hence your D4 will be converted into D5 by taking one electron from 4s2, which is already earlier filled. 2 electrons will be there. 1 electron is taken by D4 and it will be converted D5. Similarly, 4s2 electrons, 1 electron is taken by D9, it is converted into D10 and your 4s will become 4s1. So you get 2D4 and 2D. I will explain this once again when we are going to study electronic configuration of elements up to 30. Okay? So next we are going for your actual syllabus, that is electronic configuration. Just we explained what is electronic configuration, but now we are going to study the actual electronic ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ. Okay, students, after studying these 5 important points before electronic configuration, actually now we are going to study what is the electronic configuration of an element actually, okay, in my next part, that is 36. Okay, bye.